The word most used to describe Jackie Kennedy was brat. Very bright, but she didn't play well with others. She liked to have things her way. She said later she felt bad about the fact that when she was in school, she was always afraid to show that she was bright. It wasn't until she was older and she had the confidence to actually show that she loved to learn. But whether she loved to learn or not, she liked to have things her way. I'm Jim Longo. I'm chair of the Education Department at Washington and Jefferson College. Been here 15 years. Just finished a book, From Classroom to White House, Presidents and First Ladies as Students and Teachers. It's a book about the fact that half the presidents and first ladies have taught, but they've all been students. We are at Washington and Jefferson College on land that was owned by Martha Washington, and of course we're named after two great presidents. And so we put this book together and found out lots of surprises. One of the things we say in the book is if we put all the presidents and first ladies in a time machine and could go back in time and have them to be children again and students in a classroom, they would probably be a teacher's worst nightmare. We talk about all the presidents and first ladies. We start with George and Martha Washington. We go all the way up to Michelle and Barack Obama. We visited many of the schools they went to, and we were able to look at their report cards, essays they wrote, letters home from school, especially when they first start teaching, what it was like teaching. Teaching hasn't changed much over the years. We've met some of the presidents. President Carter we certainly have met, and he teaches a Sunday school class down in Georgia. I've been going to that Sunday school class for many years. It's fun to be taught by a president, but if you go to the class, you better be prepared. He wants you to participate. Nobody sits down and hides in his class. President Clinton, very personable, great talker. He was quite a talker in school, too. His sixth grade teacher called him a motor mouth and said he answered any question she asked, he could answer it. And any question she asked anybody else, he would also answer. She told him, you know, Billy, your mouth is going to either make you governor or it's going to get you in trouble the rest of your life. And he laughed when we spoke to him and he said, well, she was right on both counts. Many of the presidents and first ladies were introverted. And that's a surprise. You think of a president as being very extroverted, like a Teddy Roosevelt or Franklin Roosevelt, but many of them were introverted. Barack Obama, certainly. John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was a dreamer, always looking out the window. His second grade teacher walked down the street from where she taught right to their home, and I visited the home and the school. And she said to Mrs. Kennedy, you know, he's always dreaming. His head's always in the clouds. I'm really concerned about him. And after the teacher left, Jack, of course, was listening at the door to see what the teacher was going to say. And he came in and said, you know, Mom, I'm really doing all right. If you study too much, you're liable to go crazy. He was determined not to study too much. But he was a dreamer, and he was always dreaming about things, and he was that way when he was president, too. Barbara Bush, her closest friends, the word they used to describe her was bully. Somebody else who liked to have her way. She would decide who was invited to the parties, who would sit by whom on the bus. She absolutely terrorized her best friends. They love her, but they said she was really sarcastic and had to be the boss. Quite an athlete. She was the captain of her soccer team in school. Of course, she married a man, George H.W. Bush, who was a terrific athlete, and one of the things that attracted them was that they were both athletes. Laura Bush was a teacher. She taught second and third grade, loved teaching, wanted to be a teacher her whole life. It's no accident she and George Bush clicked. They went to the same middle school together, but they really didn't know each other until later. George Bush, her husband, was considered the class clown. He was a goof-off, very funny, somewhat sarcastic, like his mother, but he didn't start that way. He was a straight-A student when he started school, loved school, very motivated, very easy to teach, just absorbed everything. He was so bright. It wasn't until he was in second grade when his younger sister, Robin, became ill and died of leukemia. He was so stunned by this, and his mother went into such a deep depression. He became the jokester, and he would tell her jokes. He never took things seriously again. By the time he left second and third grade, he was an underachiever. He was a C student, never got A's again. It's no accident that Laura Bush, who taught second and third grade, fell in love with him. She was a woman, and is a woman, who understands the man and the boy and the boy and the man.